The Highlands and Islands of Scotland are world renowned as a destination for walkers. Britain's 10 highest peaks are all here, towering up out of wind-swept moorland and quiet lochs. But with limited road access and so many islands to explore, many of Scotland's loveliest walks are tough to reach. So I'd come to the Isle of Skye on a walking holiday with a twist, based not in a hotel or a tent, but on a boat. And not just any boat. The Ada Franson is a magnificent 1930s gaff cutter, 73 foot from bow to stern and lovingly restored by skipper Jamie Robinson.
The boat was built in Denmark in 1939 as a fishing boat, and she spent all her life working, obviously catching fish in the Baltic first and then the North Sea. Then she was decommissioned in the mid-1980s as part of their scheme to reduce their fishing fleet, preserve fish stocks. And we bought her in 1991, just as the hull, all the fishing gear had been taken off, and we restored her back to sail from there.
The Ada Franson may be the height of elegance, but she weighs in at a hefty 65 tonnes, so everyone takes part in the crewing. It takes 6 people to haul up the mainsail, and it's not called sweating the sails for nothing. On the other hand, helming is a rather more relaxing affair, and you might just chance upon some passing wildlife, like these basking sharks we spotted having breakfast one morning. But this trip isn't just about sailing, it's about where the sailing takes you. With Ada as a base, you can anchor at spots that would otherwise take hours or even days to reach on foot. The unique thing about travelling by boat around this area is that you can get access into some of these really remote little corners that are a long trudge otherwise. We're here at Loch Corrusk on Skye. We've moored the boat down at the far end of a place called Loch Skye and walked along the edge of this beautiful loch, reputed to be one of the rainiest places in Britain, but the weather's been very kind to us. And we're going to walk on now right to the head of the loch and up to the majestic Black Cuillin Ridge. We're here in June, which is high season for walkers and trekkers, but as you can see, we've got the entire valley to ourselves. The boat's dropped us here in this remote spot and it's so quiet, just listen. Another great pleasure of a walking holiday afloat is the surprise factor. You never know quite where you'll end up next. Every day starts with a briefing, but the wind determines your course.
Okay. Which weather forecast is it? This one. Scotland.
The Ada Franson generally sails the waters around Skye, but with a favourable breeze, we made it all the way out to South Uist in the Outer Hebrides. Our final day was a walk right across the sparsely populated Isle of Rum, led by Wilderness Scotland walking guide Stevie Willis. What for you, as somebody who walks a lot in these areas, is the advantage of jumping on a boat and doing it the way we've been doing it?
Well, we've just got total flexibility, you know, that's the key thing with being on Ada or any boat when you come out here, is yeah, you could come across from Mallaig, you get on the ferry with a load of other people, you get dropped at Kinloch, then you know they're going to disperse in probably quite predictable ways. You know, they're going to want to go to the Rum Cuillin, they'll be going to the Bothies or going camping. And people will be drawn to those honeypots, you know, to the high tops and to the classic sort of hills. And of course we're not doing those because of circumstances, but it does mean that we got dropped in a very remote corner, you know, the southwest corner of Rum down at Harris is a pretty wild spot. You know, you've got the history of the mausoleum there. It's a difficult place to get into because it's very exposed to the southwest, so it usually gets quite bad weather. And then
So, a walking holiday on a boat or a sailing holiday for land lovers? Whichever way you see it, a week on Ada exploring one of Britain's most dramatic regions is guaranteed to leave you breathless.
Good? Okay. That's balmy.